All right. Welcome, everybody, to Inside the Booth. I'm your host, Dan Law.
Hey, and I'm CG Artist.
Artist. That's
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, I was overexcited. Sorry. I got toned down.
Yeah, that's all right. You can be overexcited. We got some cool music playing. Oh, yeah. I think it's cool anyways. This song is called Feeding the Ducks.
Nice.
Yep.
The Dynasty Ducks?
Nope, just the ducks.
Oh, okay. It's the regular kind.
The flying ducks. You know what? It's probably like it's probably making fun of the Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt. You remember Duck Hunt, Nintendo?
I do. First laser gun game that I've ever played. Uh-oh. I have a dog here that's frantic. Wants to play. Stop. We're live, dog. You can't be doing that.
That's right.
She's voicing her displeasure.
So, anyways, tonight, if you guys saw the thumbnail, which I did not load it, I don't know why I didn't. I said the movies that make us. And let me see if I can get this thumbnail. Or made us.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Made us?
Yeah. So, made us, make us, because I was not sure if Mr. Ron was going to be able to watch any of the movies that I suggested. And fortunately, he did watch them.
I did.
So,
I was prepared. I think I've watched every movie that you've got listed there.
Oh, do I? Do you?
I think so, yeah. I think I've seen all of them.
We got
some Commando in there.
Yep.
Yeah, Judge Dredd, Die Hard, RoboCop, Braveheart. Hey, Good, the Bad, and this loud dog. I mean, ugly. There's Antonio Banderas in there. Some first blood action going on.
Yep, and there is Roadhouse. Did you see that one?
I saw the newer one, not the old one.
Oh,
I've never seen the old one before.
Never seen the old Roadhouse. How dare you?
I know. If it didn't have Star and Wars in it, then I did not care. Nope. Oh, and Ghostbusters and Goonies and Aliens,
Oh, yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
What about Predator?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I have Predator on the list. Have you seen the movie Last of the Mohicans?
I have not.
No? Oh, that's
pretty sad. I know, that's a good one. I'll have to watch that one.
You should. I forget. Who's that actor? Daniel something. I forget his name. But what about The Untouchables?
Yep.
Yeah, you seen that one?
Being in Chicago, I kind of have to watch that one.
Well, that is true. That's one of the have-tos when you live there, huh?
You have to. That is definitely a have-to. That, and then go to the Bean. And get yourself a whiny dog. Right, dog? So the two movies that you asked me to watch were Bloodsport and Desperado. So there's Bloodsport. Yep.
Bloodsport. Whoa.
Yeah, was that 1988? And then Desperado was like 1995.
Yep.
So we went from China to Mexico.
That's right.
Yep. So, and it's all fresh on the bean. So.
Oh, that's good. I just watched Bloodsport also today because I guess you could say I was kind of curious and I was watching it anyways, and I guess I had to have some kind of movie that I suggested to you watched at least one of them. So yeah, that's the one I chose to watch, and I don't remember. I remember watching it as a kid, but I didn't remember much about it. I did remember.
That's how I feel about both of them. Yeah, both of those movies. I was like, oh wait, I did see this in the theater. Forgot all about them though.
Did you see it in the theater?
I did actually.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I remember where Van Damme does his karate stuff against the main karate Chinese guy or whatever, Japanese. I forget what he is. I remember that as a kid, but I don't remember anything else, or like the plot or anything like.
Right.
Which is crazy. But I do remember Desperado because that was one of my favorite movies back in the late 90s. Yeah. Late 90s. But yeah, so Bloodsport. That was an interesting movie.
It was. It aged okay. I mean, you know what? Looking at that movie and looking at Van Damme, he had some acting chops, you know? Even some of his real recent stuff. He's got some acting chops. It just kind of butchers the language a little bit. That's all. just a smidge. But I mean, you know, like I don't know. Bloodsport made me laugh a lot. There was a lot of wide-eyed moments in that movie.
Oh yeah.
And it just made. There's one scene in particular where Van Damme's character is in the bus and he's kind of down because his friend got like beat, and he's looking in the reflection, and then the guy that looks back at him, you know, it's the reflection of the guy he has to fight, and in that reflection, he's like looking at him like. And it's just it's supposed to be a powerful scene, but it's really funny to me.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty funny. I was looking at it like this is kind of dumb. That's what I was thinking the whole time that I was watching it. I go, what's going on here? This is kind of not too great, you know. And the whole premise that he was military and he just like leaves the military, goes AWOL.
No. He was on leave, but they didn't want him to fight because they put a lot of investment into him, a lot of money into him, and they don't want him getting hurt. So they went to try to retrieve him.
Right.
So I mean, if you're going to retrieve someone, you know, send Forrest Whitaker.
That's true. That's true. But when you're on leave, you don't go across the world, do you? I mean, I thought you had to stay like within the vicinities.
There you go. Especially across the world to an illegal gambling fighting situation.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There are clauses you signed off on.
That's true. That's crazy. So yeah, that was weird to me. You know, like he just, you know, my brain was thinking, oh, he's just kind of going AWOL. He doesn't care because he wants to fight. You know. Because he told this guy's son's dad, who's treating him like a son, they're not even best friends or anything, to that he'll do what he tells him to do or whatever.
Like most 80 movies, the story was a bit soft. Made absolutely like you're like, where are your own parents and why don't they care?
Exactly. Where'd your parents go?
Yeah, Desperado kind of had the same thing with the kid and the guitar. Like, where are your parents? Why are you left on the street to peddle drugs?
But his parents were the druggies, though. So
yeah, I think his father was there when he had gotten shot. So sorry, spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry, it's too late now.
Too late. Oh man. Yeah. Let's see if I can find that spoiler warning thing. There you go. Spoilers.
There you go,
everybody. Yeah, that's it. Spoilers ahead.
Sorry.
Ahead. You know, it's funny when driving. When I was younger, you know the signs that say "stop ahead," and then there's a stop sign like a few feet.
Yeah, what a waste of time.
Right? So every time I would see that, I would grab like my brother's head and go, you know, like stop,
right?
Like, if stop moving, you know, stop ahead. I just
exactly. You got to prepare for one. One has to prepare for those things.
Right. That's funny. Oh yeah.
What else? Bloodsport, the friendship that became like a really hardcore bromance was kind of odd. Like you just met this guy, beat him in a video game, and now you guys are like best friends for life, man. And then when he gets hurt, you're like all emotional about it. It was just it.
Yeah, that was
I know
strange.
you only get an hour and a half or whatever the movie was, so you got to hurry up and throw it all in there. I mean, you made a best friend, you made a girlfriend, you got two agents yelling at you, got an entire city mad, and then you managed to sway everybody into your corner, all in an hour. It's funny how I can see how most of the fighting games in the 80s in the arcades took a lot from that movie, right down to the music during the fighting. It's that same video game repetitive music, and I thought this is kind of funny. Yeah, it was just funny that they would do that. Yeah, just kept expecting a Mortal Kombat laugh in the middle of it.
Finish him.
Right, exactly. They needed that. It needed that for no reason. Just do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I always looked at Van Damme as a Mortal Kombat. Luke, what was it? Luke? No, not Luke.
Luke Cage. No,
yeah, Luke Cage.
Probably with the glasses, sunglasses.
Yeah. And doing that bicycle kicking.
Oh, that's the other guy. Yeah.
Oh, that was the other guy. You're right. No, you're right.
Yep. Can't tell you how many people in the world would love to be able to do a bicycle kick. That just looks, and it just seems we know it's effective. I mean, how could it not be in real life?
If it was done in real life.
It's just some feet coming at you. Man, damn.
Yeah. And so like in Bloodsport, that's the way the editing was too. They just kind of like, the fighting scenes were just so kind of slow, and every time they changed the camera angle, it was always a kick. It was really
always a slow motion kick.
Yeah, a slow motion kick.
Like you can't kick them for real because of the clause you signed. So let's just move the camera so that your foot's right front, so you could be like,
yeah, oh yeah.
It's some of the, and it's like funny because none of those hits are landing, and it just looks funny. No, it's like wrestling, but horrible. Now, I'm not saying wrestling's not real. Almost got in trouble. Almost got in trouble. Sorry.
That's it.
Yeah, but
fun.
It was entertaining. I mean, it
was. As
a kid, I thought it was pretty cool. So cool, I forgot it.
Yeah, and it's like it's like one of those. I guess you could call it a manly movie because it's all about men fighting each other, right?
And it did have a bromance.
Yeah, and there's muscular guys, and they're just like kind of. Even though the only real fit-shaped muscular men there were Van Damme and the last opponent there.
And there were some Chinese, or I think they were Chinese. They were pretty cut, man. I mean, there were some
that were cut,
but they went down so easily. Like, wait, you went through all that training, and that's what you did?
It's so fast.
Yeah, they were cut pretty well. Like that, I thought they at least advanced.
So so what I mean is the more main character ones were not as cut or not as muscular. Like the bromance friend there. He was big.
He was not muscular.
He had no muscle, and he was kind of chubby. And then,
I mean, he was a former nerd, so
Yeah, there you go, former nerd.
Right, you remember him from Nerds, right?
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I thought I saw him somewhere before, but I wasn't sure.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
I think Booger? No, I forget his name, but he was the bigger guy that was bullying them, but then joined them.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Speaking of just a slew of actors, man, Desperado had a lot of people in it, didn't it? I was like, look, I remember him. Yeah. Look how young he looks.
Desperado's got a lot of them in there.
A lot of cameos.
Desperado. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Machete guy is in there. Dan.
Yep.
Something.
Cheech from Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong. Yeah.
Yep. Even Quentin Tarantino himself.
Yep, he was. He was the guy that said the jokes and then did not get shot in the head. And he was like, "Oh, I'm glad I passed." And he's like,
"Oh, don't worry, he did get it."
He did afterwards.
I felt his total disgust and for not wanting to touch anything in that bathroom. I felt that all the way. Like,
right. That's gross.
That's messed up right there, man. Like something exploded in there.
Yeah. Not like some brains and guts.
Or other bodily stuff.
Fluids, yeah, that's true. That's true. All over the walls and everything.
All over. That was just bad.
It was horrible. Oh, look. Phil DMT is here. He says, "Hello there."
Hello there. We have to do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. I'm sure I think you have done that a couple times.
Yeah, we should.
I'd like to be on that one. I should watch all that there is, all the turtle movies, all of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You might not like some of them, but
I know.
Some of them
I know.
Okay.
Like the moment I saw a commercial and was like, "Oh, who did the animatronic?" Okay, all right, I'll accept this. I'll accept it.
All of them, huh? Every single one. My favorite turtle one is the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, by far.
By far, yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know why they changed. Like, apparently the weapons were too violent, I guess. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, they got rid of the weapons, but they had weapons that were kind of like the weapons, but not really,
Come on, man.
What? And then the third one was just kind of weird.
So there are three of them then.
But yeah, there's three of them from the original style looking ones, from the 1990, and then you got three Michael Bay movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God, no.
Yeah. And
man.
And then you got
I used to like Michael Bay, but then
and then
but then Transformers. Transformers.
Like the first one was great, and then
something happened.
Let's just make 1,000 more or something, and then just kind of ruin the whole thing. That's weird. That was a weird time too, because I think that's when everybody started saying, "Oh, well, we can make a lot of money off of this. Let's make more of them."
Yep.
And then the whole franchise thing started.
Fast and Furious 27.
Yeah, yeah, right.
This time they're in a submarine for some reason. No, no rhyme or reason. Just get in there.
Right. Phil says, "Just don't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem. That one is heartbreaking as a Turtles fan with how bad it is." Okay. You know what? It wasn't really that bad. It's more of a kids movie. Like it's for kids. So it's definitely a kid-friendly style. Because it's like an animation too, so the animation was good on that one, but the storyline was a little, but it was all right. It was an okay movie. It was fun, like Bloodsport. It was fun. Parents,
that was a fun movie though.
Yeah, it was. Like 90s trilogy progressed to get goofier. Yeah, it did. So. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like everything else.
Yeah,
pretty
really.
Much, so this is why I like, like some of the manly movies that we get in the 80s and 90s, like because they didn't really make franchises out of them. Like, here's a good example. Braveheart.
Well, they tried to follow a little bit of history there. Just a tad.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. And even though it wasn't like complete history line, I think Mel Gibson did do research on the real history too, so that he had he followed certain things about the guy. So
yeah, I quite enjoyed that movie. I saw that in the theater too. That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. I wish I saw that one in the theater.
Yeah.
I saw it on TV first, I think, that movie. And then we got the movie, and then we watched it all the time at home.
Right? That's how it goes, man.
Yep, it is. It is. But did you know? Did you watch the end of Bloodsport where it did say it's like based on true events?
Yeah, I don't remember ever knowing that. Yeah, that was interesting. Like I actually had to Google the guy. I was like, really? This? I don't know. So yeah, that was pretty.
Did you Google the guy?
Especially
I didn't
his
Google
record.
it. I said forget it. Oh yeah,
his record too. You know, his record was pretty impressive too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Die Hard was good. I liked the first movie and the third movie.
Me too. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I just did not care for the second one. Just didn't care for it.
I think it was weird
because that was the one where they were in. Yeah, it was like in the snow, right, in the airport and all that. Yeah,
and on the plane. Yeah, and it was like it was all done in the plane, and it was like, what? That's just funky.
And the third one is with Sam Jackson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my absolute favorite. That movie had just everything. It just was it was the recipe right there. It was perfect. It like had a second act and everything. It was just perfect. I really, really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked Jeremy Irons as the bad guy. After seeing Die Hard 3 with Jeremy Irons, and then hearing his voice as Scar in the Simba movie, I liked him. You know, I was like, oh, what other movies is Jeremy Irons in?
Yeah, that's usually how it happens. Yeah. Yeah, that is usually how it happens.
Yeah, I think it's his voice, you know. I think his voice.
And that's just the way he delivers the lines too. It's this arrogance, but not quite. You know, it's hard to explain.
It is. He just does good. Does a good job. Rush Hour. Okay. Phil says he likes Rush Hour. Those are funny movies. Yeah.
Those are. You know, I saw a fun fact that Eddie Murphy turned down those movies. Whoops.
Oh, did he? Whoopsie.
Yeah. Whoops. That was a career mistake.
Yeah.
Would have changed the movie's chemistry a bit, but I mean, they got it right. It's just it would have been. Yeah. I almost want to see an alternate version with him in it, just to see how would that have been. You know, especially that would have been around where he's still kind of in his prime. So, you know. Yeah,
and Tucker there wasn't.
Yeah, did a great job.
He did a good job. Yeah,
but just sucks that he didn't want to do anymore. I thought they were going to make another one though, a fourth one, but I don't know. It could be rumor. Could be rumor.
Yeah, probably rumor. Yeah. Oh, Phil corrected me. Lion King is the Simba movie. Yeah, sorry. I know it is. It just
came out like that.
Yeah, exactly. It just came out that way. My mom is here. Hello, Sheila, Mom. How are you?
Hello.
And then
Mrs. Law.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I am the law. So by the way, thanks, Ron. I got it all painted up.
Yeah, you showed me. That looks fantastic, man. I really, really, really well done. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I did mess up a little bit. I was spraying the black part. So I did that first. And so when I first sprayed it, I was like, oh, it looks good. And then all of a sudden it rolled over into the grass. And I was like, oh, no.
So that's when you have to sand it and start over. Or I mean, he goes to battle, so it's battle damage at that point.
That's what I was thinking, battle damage. Yeah. And then when I did the red, I masked it off.
Right.
To do the red, and some of the black just at the tip over on this side, just peeled off with it. And I was like, shoot, man. So I don't know.
It happens.
I was having problems, but then I fixed it. So
good, yeah.
Troubleshooting.
So
I was thinking, troubleshooting. So I was thinking in my own head, Well, maybe it's one of those helmets that have lots of battle damage, but gets repainted every time. You know.
There you go. Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
that.
You know.
Yeah, that
Kinda
is
like,
likely to happen.
Yeah, like the Boba Fett armor.
It's
He
still weird to
repainted
me. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's just weird. Just weird.
Did they have? They might.
Weird.
I guess they had spray paint back
that
then.
will always be weird to me. It's
I
just,
guess in that universe they have spray paint.
right. Don't get me started. I promised I wouldn't start. I'm not going to start. Not going to start because there's a lot to talk about with the new show. A lot.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I didn't even finish the last episode.
I think a new episode comes out tonight.
Actually,
it should be out now.
It should be.
Yeah. There's nope. Not gonna do it. No.
Episode 3. I didn't even finish watching. I was so disappointed. I was like, forget it. I'm done.
Did the chant do it for you?
I don't remember exactly.
You remember that? It was something about I liked episode 1. It went something like I like episode 1, I like episode 2, but I don't like episode any. It was just it's pretty bad, and that was pretty bad too. Sorry, I'm sorry, everyone. You had to be subjected to that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Sorry,
that's okay.
Sorry.
Hey, it's something we could talk about next Tuesday with everybody.
Yeah, there's much to talk about.
Much to talk about in that one.
But I'm trying. I'm trying, man. Trying to like it.
You know, I kind of like the first 2 episodes. I didn't like the premise of the like the scroll. It wasn't the scroll, but it told you the story, a little bit about what was going on. I didn't like the story, but I did like, what they were doing within that story, I guess. But I was like, someone is doing something for revenge. This sounds stupid and uncreative, and like anybody could make something like that.
Oh man, I'm biting my tongue. Just it's one of those things where you're like, okay, hopefully this can be fixed. Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, and then it's not getting better.
We'll see tonight. Tonight's supposed to be a pivotal change, so we'll see. I'll watch immediately after this.
Nice. You will watch the special become the 2 specials.
Yeah. It's wow. The chant. Oh my god. The chant. It was wow. I'm sitting there like, what? The cringe was real with that one.
Oh, it was. It truly
real. It was one of those Mr. Burns, one of those Simpson.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at first I was like, okay, so it's the witches from Darth Maul's people, right?
Right.
That's what I was thinking, and then just all the things they were saying and doing just kind of was not exactly what they did for I don't know, it was weird because it's not.
It was weird, yes.
Because it's not. If you watch the Clone Wars, the cartoon one.
Yep.
It doesn't go by the same premises of what the witches were back then.
But I don't think those are the same witches. The ones in the animated series are a different breed of witches, totally different. Okay. Like Asajj Ventress would be them. Yeah, these others are different. Yeah, they're 2 different groups, and one chants and one does not.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, love it ever after. She says she's late but sorry.
All good. We're still here.
Yeah, we are still here.
Yeah, the internet didn't kick us off yet.
Nope.
Pretty sure that would have happened by now.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Disney. Yay.
Mouse in a house.
And we're talking about manly men.
Yeah,
So
let's get back to the 80s and 90s, I guess.
Yes.
When there was no real Star Wars. Well, I guess 90s there was. And 80s.
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
but there wasn't for a long time.
Right, yes. you had some long breaks in between.
You had the 80s. Then you had the 90s.
Exactly.
Then in the 2000s, just a lot of that. Wow.
The prequel.
Lot. Promise I wouldn't start. Sorry. Yes. Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Yeah, Bloodsport.
There's some little subtleties to that movie that are pretty. Someone was thinking, like the fact that the arena gradually got more bloodier as it went on.
It did, and they didn't clean it or anything.
No, the stains. Well, they tried to until that guy stole the other guy's tooth.
Oh.
And then they just stopped cleaning it. He must have gotten fired or something. Because in the beginning they tried to scrub the stains out.
Yeah, that's true. And the one guy was sweeping.
I learned something from that movie. When life's got you down, go up to the tallest building you can and do a split. That will help you. I learned that. I learned that. Yep.
I wish I could do a split. That would be nice.
You can. If life's got you down, go up there and do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Or find someone to tie your arms and legs up. It'll fix it, right?
And stretch you.
Yep. Just stretch you.
That stretch scene was funny because it didn't look like he was stretching at all. Like he was pretending to act like it was hurting, but
he was.
It didn't look like it was.
Speaking of pretending to act, the scene where they didn't really explain what it was. I'm gonna say aspirin powder because that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
After that gets thrown in his eyes, it's almost like time just stops. Your opponent just stops. Everybody just stops, and he's like yelling.
Yeah, he's
that scene. He's for no reason.
And he's just going. Ah, ah.
Yeah, everyone in the audience is like, "What the hell is wrong with him?" Because he doesn't scream the one time. He pauses and does it again. So in real time, like if you didn't have, in real time with no slow motion, that had to look funny as hell, man.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did because I mean, don't you would think the opponent would come up and start hitting him? Like, oh yeah, I gotcha. But he's like,
I think the opponent was stunned. Like,
right? You're like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah.
It's like inflicting pain on himself. I don't know what to do right now. Sit back and watch it. Just weird, man. Some weirdness going on.
Jean-Claude, yes. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I heard there was a Fantastic Four film in the 90s. Also heard it sucked.
Fantastic Four?
Yeah, it was never released, but you can see it for free on YouTube. I'm
guessing I gotta watch that now.
Love it. Yeah, I'll have to watch that too. I thought it was in the 80s though. The Fantastic Four one.
Oh, you mean Oh, I know which. Yeah, there were two of them. Fantastic Fours. There was one in the 80s. I think that's what she's talking about. There was one that was supposed to be released that was just awful.
Right.
Like it was one of those so bad it's good type movie. And then there was was it 90s? I think it was a 90s version of it that it tanked at the box office. That's a hard movie, or those are hard characters to get right,
Yeah.
Just because of how silly they are to begin with. As someone who stretches, it's just it's hard to make that good. It just seems like it just. I don't know. They had the Silver Surfer one, which I don't know. It just seems like that's a hard one.
It is.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. I heard that they're going to try to make new ones of Fantastic Four, but
right. Yeah. They're trying to get the cast now.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on with that, but because I don't follow it.
Yeah, I mean, after Endgame, honestly, and a few other minor movies that like the Spider-Man one that came out after that, and a few other things like Loki. I don't care. I honestly, that universe is dead to me now. I just don't care.
Yeah. That's kind of like Star Wars.
Yeah,
that universe is kind of dead too.
Something's got to change with that franchise. They need to. And
well, I think
honestly, out of all the new stuff that I've watched, Andor is probably the only. Looking back at all of it, that's like probably the only one I really like. And Mando season 1 and 2. That's really about it.
Yeah,
I like elements from the different shows. Like I enjoy the Obi-Wan and Vader fighting. I enjoy Ahsoka and Anakin in her dream sequence.
Right.
I enjoyed absolutely nothing from Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And I wanted to so bad, but it was
me too. And it just didn't work out because he was
not work out.
Fat. He was
It's not even a weight issue. I mean, I get people get older and put on. It's just that he got so soft. I mean, if you're the creators of a show for Boba Fett of all characters, think of how he got to that point where everyone. You have grown men getting him tattooed on him, and I feel sorry for those guys because now they got to get it all the paint changed over to Mando. But I mean, you've got. We've always known for some reason we never really know that he is a badass, and then this is what you give us.
This is why people liked Boba Fett. You ready? Right here.
Yeah,
this is why
exactly.
Because
but then who turned into that though? Who turned into that? Mando turned into that.
Mando to turn into it. Yeah, exactly. But then he
kind of messed up when somebody else comes onto your show and makes it better. That's messed up right there.
Right.
That's messed up. That's like somebody. I mean, imagine if that would have happened in the 80s. You got the A-Team, and for some reason, somebody just comes from a totally different show, like Knight Rider. They're not even seen in their own show, and Knight Rider just takes care of the one whole episode by himself, no mention at all. I mean, we would have been like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, exactly. So dumb.
Sorry, manly movies, yes, Commando and stuff.
Yeah, the Predator has the same actor as Commando. You got
it does.
Schwarzenegger. What's funny is that he looks pretty much like he looks in Commando in the couple of those scenes there.
Yeah.
He's just big, bulky, and he's got all these military weapons, and he painted himself.
He did.
And and then then you got the Commando one. It looks the same.
Yep.
He's the same guy. Same guy.
Yep. Get a picture of my arm holding this gun. Get a picture of the arm. There you go. That's in Commando, there's one scene in particular that's just it's a pure ouch moment. And it's when he takes a saw blade and throws it and it just cleaves this guy's head.
Oh yeah.
That's a messed up scene right there, man. That is a messed up scene. Out of all the stuff that happened in that movie, that scene stuck with me. He's like in the shed, and he's man, what the hell?
Yeah, that was a weird movie. Definitely was. The acting wasn't that good either. Kind of like Bloodsport. There's something about 80s action acting.
Yes. It's just so over the top and bad. It's so bad.
Exactly.
Although the best actor in the movie did utter the lines, "Okay, USA." That was brilliant.
That was good.
Brilliant. That was right there. That's gold. Gold.
It was
gold. Gold. I know it was meant to be funny, but it just got the look it got from me was what?
Like what?
Yeah, that's gold. That's pure acting right there. That guy, he practiced.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He was prepared.
The only one I think in the 80s was I think Stallone did better job than most of them. I know his acting isn't like the best, but it was better than I think Schwarzenegger and Van Damme and even Dolph Lundgren. I don't even know how to say it.
I used to have problems with the name too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like everyone was just. You know what it was? The common thing for all of them, stiffness.
Yeah,
everyone was
very stiff.
Very stiff and cardboard. Like, dude,
right.
Throw some emote.
Right? Yeah. Like they probably would have emotion in their own home, and if they're not acting, but it's like they didn't know how to act normal.
Yeah,
you know, in the movie part. But obviously, you do have a few guys that were good at acting that were not really action heroes, but kind of became action heroes. And you know, Desperado. You got what's his name?
Antonio Banderas.
And yeah, he was kind of an action hero. He wasn't like built like an action hero, you know.
Right, and when you look at Desperado, there's some pretty good acting in that actually by him. You know, like reactionary. You know, just not you know Academy Award winning, but I mean pretty good. Like he just fit the role and did some things. The mannerisms and everything just it just worked. It really worked.
Yeah. And then obviously you have someone like in Braveheart, you got Mel Gibson, or even in Mad Max, that was good acting. And even though he didn't talk a lot, you know, it was just one of those movies where Mel Gibson's not a buff guy, but he was like the hero of the movie. Same with Bruce Willis in Die Hard, you know. Have you seen? Speaking of Bruce Willis, have you seen The Last Man Standing?
I have not. That was his last movie, right?
No.
No.
That was more of like a mafia style movie. Yeah.
Okay.
He goes into a small town and he goes against the Italian mobsters in the small town, and then he goes against the Irish mobsters in the small town, and he like gets rid of everybody. It was funny. I mean, it was good. Funny, yes, because I don't think that's realistic. But
none of them were. The thing I really like about most movies is you seem to conveniently take care of the problem once and for all. Yeah. Unlike real life, there's always there's real life. It's like a tree. There's just stuff. There's people everywhere. Someone's gonna get you. But in the movies, conveniently you racked them all up. You've all of them are gone.
Yeah, exactly.
All of them. That happened in Desperado, actually. All of them. Then they wrapped that one up kind of weird. I mean, we still don't really know what happened. Yeah, Desperado. That's exactly what he just started shooting, and then all of a sudden, we're fine.
Yeah, I like the idea where his guns are in the guitar case, And
speaking of that, his friends that had the guitar cases, that was cool too.
Yeah, the machine gun ones, and then
I hate that they both got killed though. I did not like that at all. If I could change anything about that movie, they would have lived.
Yeah.
That was a good group.
It was. So before Desperado was El Mariachi, was the name of the movie, but Antonio Banderas is not in that one. So that was his first movie, and then he went on to making Desperado and got other actors.
Okay.
And then obviously the last movie of the three is what is that Mexican one there? What was it called?
Mm-hmm.
It's got Johnny Depp in it, and it's got, I can't even think of the name of it now. Once Upon a Time in Mexico or something like that.
Oh yeah, okay. So those three, they're of the same I guess, so to speak, same storyline. I didn't know that. Yeah,
like kind of like the same movies, I guess, within the same movies, I guess you could say. So
Gotcha. Okay, I did not know that.
Yep.
Now, have you watched Bloodsport 2?
I have not. No.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't know until today that there was a second one. Must have been one of those. Remember, they used to release stuff straight to video. Then you knew it sucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Like straight to video. Uh-oh, this is gonna be bad.
Bloodsport 2. Yeah.
The lead actor is completely different, but they gave him the same name.
Right. Yep, that's funny. What was listed as another manly movie was Full Metal Jacket. Have you seen that movie?
Yep.
I said some pieces of that movie. I haven't seen and it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I can't really.
Yeah, I grew up watching bits and pieces of lots of movies, like Apocalypse Now. There's bits and pieces. I've never really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I didn't have the attention span to sit through a whole movie most of the time, unless I was really interested. I think a series of movies I did watch a lot was the Lethal Weapon series. I thought those were pretty good.
Oh, Lethal Weapon. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Yep. So, yeah, those are good. I like them.
Yeah, I enjoyed those.
Yeah. I was definitely a big Mel Gibson fan as a younger kid. I think Braveheart started it for me.
Yeah.
And then I went back and watched this other stuff. Yeah. And then I did like the Mad Max movies.
I like those too. Yep.
Yeah.
Although Thunderdome was kind of weird for me.
It was weird, but I thought it was one of his better ones. For him and not for Tina Turner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the guy who run Bartertown.
Yeah.
That was a breakout role.
Yeah.
Oh, it really was, man. But she now knows who run Bartertown.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I mean, I had to make her announce it. Say louder.
Yeah.
Say louder.
Yeah, that's right. Or he wouldn't lift embargo or something like that.
Wow, this is bad. It's so bad. It's actually good. It's actually good. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's what it was too.
Thank you.
And I didn't watch the new one though.
Like the newest that just came out in the theater?
Oh no, I didn't see that one either. I don't know.
You mean right in seeing it. Prior to that, then?
Yeah, the new one.
Oh, you're missing out, man. It's actually quite good.
Is it? You know what I would like to see? I would like to see a new Mad Max movie, but it has to have Mel Gibson in it. You know,
I think it could work.
Mad Max.
Could work.
Then I'll come and watch it. You know. But the new one has Thor in it, right? What's his name?
Yeah.
So,
as the lead antagonist. I don't know. That's weird for me.
So I kind of want to watch it for that. You know,
you got to watch the one prior. It really is good. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised.
I will. What's the actor's name again?
Let's just call him Venom.
Venom, yeah, the guy who played Venom. I can't remember his name for some reason.
Is it Tom Hardy?
Yeah, Hardy. That's what it is. I had that in my head like all day today. Oh, it's Tom Hardy. Don't forget it. You know.
And then what happened?
And then I forgot it. Let's see here what Phil says. He says, my favorite 90s film outside of the first two 90s TMNT films is Karate Kid. Karate Kid
was
okay.
Yeah.
It was fine. So wax on and wax off, you know. And then was it you paint the house? You got to do it.
That was definitely one of those feel-good movies too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You know what they should bring back in movies of today? Montages.
Montages?
Yeah.
Yes.
That should be put in every movie. Doesn't matter. Drama.
They should bring some montages.
All of them. You're right. Just do a montage for some reason. For no apparent reason. Just do it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Admittedly, the next Karate Kid isn't as good as the other three that came before it, but I think it was a decent movie. The next, was it the girl that did it? The girl?
I think so, yeah. But they've made up for it with Cobra Kai, so there's that.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, and I guess Cobra Kai is really good. I've never really watched any of it. I feel bad.
See, that's another treat that you're missing out on.
I know. Phil also said, I heard that Dan makes a cameo in Mad Max film saying, I am the law. That's right.
You should.
I do.
That should be. That should be law.
That should be law. That's right. I have my helmet.
You gotta do it Mortal Kombat style, where you just kind of, when something happens, you just pop up in the side and then come back out.
Right.
With the helmet on. And if you blink, you'll miss it. Like, what was that?
Yeah, right.
Did you see that?
Right. That'd be great. Cobra Kai bought the montages. Did they? Did they bring them back?
Kind of. It's not the same.
No. Cobra Kai. I would enjoy.
Yeah, you really. Yeah. He's right. You enjoyed Karate Kid. You'll enjoy Cobra Kai. Because it's just more of the same, except better.
Right, better. It's because
more
it's
better.
It's more better. It's because it's the two kids that fought against each other, right?
Right. Yeah. So that nostalgic right there. Yep.
Nice. Like it. I'll have to check it
what
out.
else? What else was like a not mainstream or mainstream movie from 80s or 90s that was a good one? God, there's so many movies.
There are.
I enjoyed The Crow.
Let's see here.
That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Here's a dog.
I don't really remember it too much because I don't know why I wasn't interested in it too much. I saw like before, saw bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
You know.
And with me, it was a lot of sci-fi.
RoboCop.
Oh man, the first one was just over the top, man. I was blown away watching that. Just the whole
that one was good. Yeah.
Opening death scene. Damn, this is real. Right, that was a good movie.
What was it? Ed 209
Ed
or something
209.
like that?
Yep. I even liked the second one. Oh. And then no. Yeah, RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2 was even more over the top, and then the third. Mm-hmm. Was there a fourth? I feel like there was a third in a TV series, and it was all just bad.
Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, the third one in a TV series.
Ugh.
Well, they started going.
There's a cartoon series.
Right, I think they were leaning toward more kid stuff. That's after the second movie.
Yeah, I mean, but how do you go from that to kids, man? I mean, that was pretty bad. It was,
I don't know, but kids watched the first one, so they were probably like, well, if kids like it, let's lean more toward kid stuff. Which is kind of dumb. I think they do that a lot. These Hollywood people, they're like, well, if that was good and the kids even watched it, why don't we do it for the kids? Like make it for the kids. So
that's
not why kids watched it because their parents watched it.
Yep.
I think that's what it really was. And then
I mean, you could go in as long as there's parental supervision.
Right. Exactly. Same with like Predator, that had scary elements, but kids loved it.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a ton of those movies. If your parents took you, well, I guess I'm seeing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares if it warps me for life?
Yep, that's right.
And blaming you, Freddy Krueger. Warped for life. Yeah, that was something I watched. No, you know what it was for me? The Thing. Seeing that movie at the age that I saw it, that was not helpful. I mean, I was officially freaked out. That was, I mean, I had nightmare. That was, that sucked. Even to this day, that movie bothers me.
Oh,
the guy's head is upside down and some legs pop out of it. That just freaked me out, man. It was too much.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think.
Oh my god! See the first one. It's just imagine being like an 8-year-old and seeing that. Just wow, that was not. I did not need to see that. Wow.
It's funny. My mom let us watch action movies and thrillers, but she wouldn't let us watch horror movies.
Because that'll warp you. That won't work. Yes.
I'm sure it would. Yeah.
To this day, there's some scenes in that just, again, it just freaks me out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know what is the first and real manly man movie was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That's what I have to say. Clint Eastwood was the best. It's a spaghetti western. There was there's not a lot of words. They don't talk a lot, but it's
their guns do the talking.
I think it's just the premise of them going from point A to point B, and then kind of a little talking, not much, and then shooting at each other or something. I don't know. It's
perfect action film.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
For me, I think the Dirty Harry series solidified for me.
Good.
Yeah.
And I think and that brings like I said earlier with Clint Eastwood and the Man with No Name. I think that's where they got Boba Fett to begin with, because he was mysterious. You didn't know who he was or what he was, but he looks cool, and you want to be him, and you just and like we said earlier, they kind of ruined that with the TV series.
Yes, they did.
Boba Fett. So
they can redeem it. They can redeem it.
They could.
They just have to do it.
I think a good show for Boba Fett would have to be before he goes into the Sarlacc pit, not after. That stuff after
just go back in time. Right. What made him? Yeah. Or if it's going to be after, something traumatic has to change him back to the point where he just does not give a damn, and he's out on he's there's a vendetta. I think going after a Mace Windu would be one way to do it.
There you go. Yeah.
Pretty traumatic, and some other events that have happened would do it. Definitely be something the fans would want to see.
Oh, definitely. But at the moment of time, I don't think Disney cares about fan base.
No,
to be honest.
No, they could. I'm not gonna do it. Nope, not gonna do it.
Nope, I don't think they care. Which kind of sucks, because then now we won't get anything unless it's a fan-made film. And
on that point, some of those fan-made films are incredible.
They are
really well done. I mean, really well done. Some great ideas. I didn't think I would like it, just because obviously you don't have the budget. Although with today's computers, special effects are just
you don't
simple.
Have to have too much of a budget. Yeah.
And it's more about the story now. You're going to get the effects right. That's just a given. Everyone can make a lightsaber who's doing that style of movie. That's a given. It's just, do you have a cast? Because I can't tell you what sucks about some fan-made films is they only have 5 friends that could help them, and 2 of which are behind the camera. So you basically have 3 characters walking it out through all this vast environment, and that part kind of sucks for me. But when they get an actual cast of people, that those are done pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, sorry, I go on tangents in case
that's okay.
people aren't used to my style of show.
No, that's all right. That's good. Watch if we get a Tales of Bounty Hunters. They will have Boba Fett tracking Mace Windu. Yeah, that'd be good.
That would work.
That would work.
That would work.
Tales of Bounty Hunters, huh? I don't know if that name would be cool, but
Well, it could be if we go if they tell the story to the point where they go back to Empire Strikes Back, and they show all those bounty hunters that were there, and we go through those, like Dengar and all of those guys first, and then maybe sprinkle in some ones that came from the Clone Wars, But just kind of, and each episode would be about that particular one, like Bosk or Forloom, just what made why were they called in to find Han Solo? What were they the best of the best at the time? It'd be right. I mean, you figure there were like 8 of them standing up there, 7 or 8. That's each episode right there. It writes itself.
Yeah.
And you got plenty of Clone Wars stuff to go after. I mean, they kind of did it already in Clone Wars, but to see it live action would be nice, especially if it's done like Andor. So if you've got bounty hunters, but with the seriousness of Andor, then I think you'd have something.
You would have something.
If you put a Boba Fett character in the Andor universe, that would redeem him. Then he could be that badass because it's almost bordering on rated R, and he can do certain other things,
Yeah, that's true. That would be cool.
Yep. Hey,
Disney, listen. Yeah, that's right. Call Ron. He knows
exactly. Boba Fett, but in the Andor universe. Do it. Go.
That's great. That's a cool concept. Disney won't do it though.
Nope. That's why, because it's cool.
Because it's cool. They don't want cool stuff like in the 80s. They don't want the 80s coolness. They want woke, special people stuff.
There was no woke in the 80s. There was none of that.
No,
everybody got made fun of equally.
That's right. That's right.
Everyone got made fun of.
Yeah, they did. You know what was nice though? Before we go, you remember in 2012 they came out with? Oh no, it was before 2012. 2010. Stallone came out with the Expendables. He brought all the.
I was going to ask you about that earlier. Yeah,
he brought all the old action guys together, and
that was a fantastic idea. Fantastic idea. And what I liked about that too is the next one you could add people you missed from the first one, and and you couldn't wait to see who was going to be in this next one. Are they going to get this guy or this guy? He's an action hero. Right. So it was cool to see that. Yeah, I thought that was a great idea.
It was. And then Expendables 2 was 2012. Expendables 3, I don't remember. But
me neither. I don't think I saw 3. I think I stopped at 2.
I don't think I saw 3 too. I think it did.
I think there's one with Harrison Ford in it even.
Yes, I think that's 3, isn't it?
Okay.
I think that was the third one.
Yeah, see, I need to watch that one.
Check it real quick.
Now that's a series they should have done like Fast and the Furious, where there's like 20 of them.
Yeah. Now you're right. He should make at least 4 and make it better than the third one. Yeah. The third movie wasn't that the best, but it did have some cool guys coming in. Like Harrison Ford was in that one. But yeah, that would be cool to see another Expendables movie. Just obviously they're all getting older now. But
you got a new series of action heroes, right? So just start incorporating them into it.
That's right. That's it. And then just make sure that they are masculine and they're fighting, and it's just a bunch of
less talking
with action.
That's right.
Yeah, less talking.
Yeah, more action. Yeah, that's it. Just punching, shooting, explosions, running around, and then credits. Done.
Exactly.
Done. I don't want to. I don't want to have to think about this movie. I just want action.
Exactly. That's it. That's all I want. That's right.
Yep.
Yep. That would be great.
It'd be funny, like almost making fun of action movies by constantly having just nonsense action and no speaking, no, and then just of course throw in a montage for no reason, just throw it in there.
Yeah, that's right. Just make it a whole 80s style movie, and that's
There
it.
has to be with an 80s style song, all that.
Yeah,
all of it.
The techno-y whateverness.
Yep.
That's great. Well, I guess we are coming to the end of our show.
No.
We talked a lot about good movies, and especially the ones we watched. So that was good.
Yep.
It wasn't a full-on review like we have done, but yeah, it was all kind of spur of the moment, though. So thanks, Ron, for coming on. Because
no problem. Man. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, no, thank you for being here.
I said thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. But Jesus, my honor to have you, because
I said
the guy I was supposed to have. Don't ever forget this one, right?
Look at those ab muscles. That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. That's right. That's right. Well, let me do a quick commercial for everybody, and then we're gonna say goodnight.
Montage? Oh, then good night. Yes.
that will be the montage. No, I don't. All right, here we go.
All right.
Which one is it? Right here.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Sorry.
It is beautiful. So this video is sponsored by us. So go ahead and buy some merchandise, because if you do, that helps us out, and then it helps you out, because then you're wearing our stuff. So you're clothed. Yes. If you buy a t-shirt, you're clothed,
that was
right. That helps you out. But it helps us out by getting our name out there, and you share who we are and all that jazz. Sharing is caring, you know that. And we also have a Patreon page, or you can become a member here on YouTube, or be a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. Those abs were CGI edited. Yes.
Yeah, they were.
That's right. Yeah. Don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to CG Artist as well.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Subscribe to his channel too. So
you'll be glad you did, I think.
Yes, you'll be glad you did. You can watch him build his theater room in the back.
Yeah, that's fun sometimes. There's no montages though. Right. There's plenty of talk about 80s movies. There's plenty of references for 80s and 90s movies. You just have to catch it.
That's right. That's fun. And that is pretty much it, everybody. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. Night, guys. Yes, good night. Love it. Thank you for being here. Even though you were just a little bit late. You are forgiven. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Cheers.
And we will see you next Tuesday for the review. All our Star Wars prop maker guys get together and we just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll probably talk a little bit about the Acolyte. Since it's new and we are Star Warsy people. So
I'm even going to try to put a positive spin on all of it, because there's a lot of negative out there, and warranted, but I'm gonna try to make it positive.
There you go. We could try to make it positive. Cool lightsabers. I don't know.
Yes.
Anyways, goodbye.
Bye.
Have fun for watching. Thanks for being here.
You need a song, like one that we can sing, I think.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
I can always put on this thing here. Feeding the ducks. Good night.